Dear friends, now today we will see the insertion of DNA into the host. We know that the host is needed to be repaired. For that purpose, alien genes is to be introduced in it. The host is the organism is required the rDNA for repair. Now the recipient cells, after making them competent to receive, take up DNA present in surrounding areas. If RNA bearing genes for the resistance to an antibiotic, that is here we use ampicillin or E. coli almost, is transferred into the E. coli. The host cells become transferred into the ampicillin resistant cells on other plants containing ampicillin. Only transformants will grow, while those which are not transformants will die. So this is the way by which we can separate the desired genes. So ampicillin resistance gene itself is a selective marker because it makes the selection of which cells are to be grown. To obtain the foreign gene product, what we have to do? A piece of the alien gene's DNA into the cloning vector. First of all, cloning vector is selected, then the alien genes is introduced in it, then it is introduced into the animal and the plant cells. So what happened? The alien genes will have the fixture in the plant cells or the animal cells, and then after the multiplication of the same repaired piece is created. Ultimately, the desired protein we will get because by doing it year in year out or continuously, the protein is produced. Hence, the rDNA or the recombinant DNA is to be expressed. For that purpose, appropriate condition is to be arisen. A large scale of the production can be got. Any protein encoding gene is expressed in the heterogeneous host. Recombinant protein is obtained. In lab, the cell harboring the cloned genes can be grown in a small scale. If you want more than it, then what we have to do? For that purpose, bioreactors are necessary. The cultures may be used for extracting the desired protein. Then after the purification and the separation, and for that purpose the different techniques in genetic engineering are used. From one side, draining of the used media, the other side is the feeding of the fresh media, and so get the exponential phase, that is a large biomass can be yield of the desired protein at the end. So if we want more than in a large scale, then the bioreactors are used. For that purpose, two types of the bioreactors are there. Simple stirred bioreactor, it is drawn here. In your book it is also given. And the other one is stirred tank bioreactor. Now see, simple stirred bioreactor is cylindrical vessel, just like cylindrical vessel, and curved base is here it is curved base, so that the mixing can be done, that is the blending is unanimously. Now see, just in the middle there is an axis which can be rotated by the help of the motor. This axis have got the impellers. So at the top, you know that the pump will go upward because of their light weight, and so the foaming is there in the top surface area, and these foams are to be broken, so that foam breaker is there on the top area. It is just like an impeller having cow blades. just in the middle, flat bladed impeller, that is for the mixing or the blending of the biomass, and the cultured broth is at the bottom. So this is the arrangement which is done in the bioreactor. From the bottom, the sterile air is blown, because you know that the air has got oxygen, and oxygen is very needed for production of the foam. And on the other side of the top, there is a infeeding valve through which acid or base, according to the pH, can be mixed. If the biomass is to be kept near the neutral media. So on the top there is a steam which is injected here, having sterilization. So this is the way by which the bioreactor is arranged. And for the raw material, the plant cells and the animal cells are fitted there. So after mixing them, we will get the mixture at a certain time, and this blended mixture have the production of biomass. This can be taken out. See, for the bubbled agitator system is used here. You know, the agitation is done here, having the arranging of this different types of the impeller, having motorized the mechanism, and the agitator system then O2 delivery is kept continuously for the control of the system of the pump, and sampling ports are there provided. Here are samples are taken, and these samples are then after can be checked in the lab. Temperature control system is also there. So far as the temperature is concerned, then it is to be kept within the limiting range. pH can be maintained. So all these type of the systems have been arranged here. See, so far as the pumps are concerned, they provide dramatically increase for O2 to have transfer. And see, the increased surface area is obtained through the pump, that is, which is called the gas exterminating. And these are the arrangement which is done there in the bioreactors. So far as the whole bioreactor is concerned, it has got the certain downstream processes. After biosynthetically stage, the products are passed through the services of the processes before marketing. It is very necessary for us to have the checking. First of all, the separation of the desired protein is concerned. Then after the purification of the same protein is done. Then after the suitable preservation are to be mixed up, because we want to we can keep it for some more long time fresh. And so far as the drugs or the chemical or medicines are concerned, then the chemical trails are also followed, and this is done under the strictly quality control testing. Then and then after it can be marketed into the bazaar.